Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Locks of the Day podcast. This is episode number 78. I'm here once again with Zach and Andrew. Today we are here to give you the Week 10 premium Thursday night football locks. We have the Raiders versus the Broncos. Broncos are coming in at a 9.5-point favorites with the over-under set at 42.5. Little interesting game here, fellas. Our last podcast, we went 2-1 plus 1.9 units. We had a little 3-star Falcons plus 5.5 at a minus 110. That cash plus 3 units. We had a 2-star Broncos versus Texans under 41.5 at a minus 135. That cashed plus 2 units. Then we had a 2-star Bears versus Bengals under 54 at a minus 155. That was the only loss of the week. That's a minus 3.1 units. Like which I said, put us at a plus 1.9 units up for the week. But I'll tell you what, there's a little sweeping coming this week. There's a little sweep. We had a little discussion. Sweep or nothing. So lock it in. We are sweeping this fucking week. Let's get right into it. Andy, you got the 3-star. Give it to him, kid.
Yes, sir. 3-star for Little Raiders Broncos going to be the over. Buying some points though, 39.5. So we only got to hit 40. It's a minus 160 on Fanatics. I like the over in this game. Geno Smith didn't look half bad against the Jags last week. They just lost Jacoby Myers via trade, but I mean Smith still has weapons to throw to, like Brock Bowers, Trey Tucker, who's been very solid for him. Rookie, what's his name? Deontay Thornton?
Tate
Dante?
Thornton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's his name. And then newly acquired from the Titans, Tyler Lockett, who was with Geno Smith last year in Seattle. So and Lockett's been quiet all year long, so in Tennessee, and I think Geno and him will have good chemistry right away. And you never know, Lockett could be a little difference maker there in Las Vegas. Never know.
Let me
But
say a little something real quick. Lockett's been solid for about a decade.
yeah,
Literally. Like Lockett has been a sleeper for about a decade. Yeah, he hasn't done shit this year, not much last year, but he's got the talent. But keep going.
yeah. I mean, it's tough when, like Zach was saying earlier to me, what's his name? Cam Ward doesn't really have the protection to really get Lockett open. Like the way he runs his routes, it's just not it doesn't it's not the fit for him in Tennessee. But looking at the Broncos, defense is obviously gross, but a couple key guys questionable in their secondary. Surtain's out. Riley Moss and Brandon Jones were questionable earlier today. They're not questionable anymore, but still, they're obviously still going to be injured, slightly injured. So I, if Surtain is out, which he is, Geno Smith, I feel like he's going to attack his side of the field or where he would be, and make that backup work extra. And not worried about the Broncos scoring. They average 25 points a game. Raiders give up 26 a game. Uh, Broncos didn't give up. They don't give up that much per game, but I've noticed a lot of the unders have been hitting for the Broncos this year. The overs in Broncos games are 3-6 this year. Perfect little game here to fool the public by making this game look like it's going to go under on paper with a bad team playing a great defense in division primetime game. Like that's under for the entire public. Like that's under. Fuck that. We're going over. Give me over 39.5 minus 163 units. How you doing?
Fuck that. We're going over, fellas. You heard it right here. And we're going to roll right into the 2-star. Kind of factors into the over somewhat. I mean, it's easy. It's a 2-star J.K. Dobbins anytime touchdown minus 120. It's just going to happen. Dobbins has had a very sneaky year so far with the Broncos. Believe it or not, he's the 5th leading rusher in the entire NFL. Probably didn't even know that. 5th leading rusher, and there's a lot of stud running backs out there. You would never think J.K. Dobbins is even maybe top 7. Yeah, well, he's top 5. He had 4 touchdowns in the first 5 weeks. Hasn't had one since. But he is more than due on Thursday, okay? Have also given up the second most rushing touchdowns in the entire league with 12 through 8 weeks. That means they're averaging giving up 1.5 rushing touchdowns per game. Who's going to get it? RJ Harvey, you're pretty solid. It ain't you, though. It's J.K. Dobbins, buddy. Dobbins has gotten 14 plus touches, rushing attempts, not even touches, 14 plus rushing attempts in all of the last 6 games. And he's gotten 14 plus rushing attempts in 8 of the 9 games so far this season. So we know Denver is going to feed this man the ball. And it's not like he's been a bum. He's top 5 in rushing. So you're not going to stop giving it to the man when it's working. So I expect that J.K. Dobbins to find the end zone, put up a quick 6 for the Broncos. Lock it the fuck in, boys. It's a 2-star J.K. Dobbins anytime touchdown minus 120. Cash it.
Lock it in.
Zach, what do you got?
Drew hyped him up without me knowing. But Geno Smith over 210.5 passing yards at a minus 115 is going to be our other two-star for the night. As we kind of talked about earlier already on the podcast, that this is going to be a tough one for the Raiders going into Denver. They're 2-6, but Geno Smith looked good last week. And I think a real reason for that is getting back Brock Bowers, as that has helped free up a lot. And I mean, Geno Smith threw for 284 yards last week, and 135 of that went to Brock Bowers. And the way I'm going to look at it in this one is that the Denver secondary is, even Surtain is out. As Andrew mentioned, they have Riley Moss, and one other one is questionable. I think Geno Smith is going to attack these corners. He's going to go at these guys. And even if they do try to double team Brock Bowers, which would probably be a smart move for them, it's going to free up Lockett, Tucker, Thornton, all these guys that were already mentioned. And I think they're going to have a field day. I also think, too, the way that the Broncos want to maneuver and play in this game, they want to take away the run game as best as possible. Geno Smith hasn't had the greatest year, and he's turned the ball over quite a few times. And I feel like they're going to want to force Geno Smith to beat them rather than have Ashton Jeanty have a field day. And I mean, we've seen this Broncos D line. I mean, between Jonathan Cooper, Nick Bonino, John Franklin Myers, even their rookie Savion Jones. I mean, these guys are just animals getting to the quarterback. And honestly, I think it's going to be one of those things where they're going to take more of an approach of a zone approach against Geno Smith to try and force more turnovers. And I expect them to really rush 3, sometimes 4 a lot, but I don't expect them to blitz too much. And that's going to give the Raiders O-line a chance to actually block for Geno Smith, and then Geno Smith a chance to get the ball down the field. And in a game like this, they're 2-6. Yeah, they aren't the best team in the world, but this is a game where their season kind of hangs in the balance here. You can't go to 2-7 because, at this point you're 2-6. If you get a win over a good 7-2 team, you somehow pull off an upset. This can build momentum going forward. I mean, this team can score points, but their defense isn't great and their offensive line hasn't helped them out much. But Geno Smith can play when he is healthy, when he's throwing the ball, when he's got guys on the field. He's got plenty of weapons. He really does. And in this one, I think, kind of like I said, if they want to win this one, they have to throw the ball through the air. They're going to have to put up at least 20 plus points, in my opinion. So that's kind of how I see it. I think Geno Smith has the writing on the wall here to pull an upset here. So Geno Smith over 210.5 passing yards, minus 115 is our other two-star.
Love it. So there are our locks. You got the over, you got Dobbins, Tutty, you got Gino. Everything's leaning towards the over here at Locks OTD. Speaking of Locks OTD, timeout alert, hoodie alert. We are selling hoodies, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful Fire Locks of the Day hoodies are on sale right now. A little flash sale. Probably only going to do this for about a week, maybe 2 at the most. It is $60 flat, free shipping, hoodie right to your doorstep, plus 1 week free of premium picks every fucking sport. That's $75 value right there. Plus, you get a free hammer play, a $50 hammer play for free. Hammer it the fuck down, kid. I see ya. $125 value. Essentially, it's almost unfathomable. God forbid your hammer play wins. The hoodie's free. You basically just got a free Locks of the Day hoodie right to your door. Am I wrong? Like, correct me if I'm wrong.
It's free.
You heard it there. You boys got anything else?
I'm all set.
I got one more thing for you. We're not done just yet. Make sure you guys follow all of our social medias as well. Locks OTD, we just put up a Snapchat. We had a parlay on the Snapchat hit on Sunday. Put up a little TD parlay, and that hit.
Did we?
So there you go. Not bad. So make sure you guys are adding that. Yeah.
We had the Snapchat had Locks OTD on Snapchat, just like everything.
Yeah.
We had a Jackson Dart anytime touchdown and a Jameson Williams anytime touchdown. And that was a plus 1850 or plus 815. That cash for everyone on Snapchat. So if you already have us added, you obviously saw that. Hopefully you cash. I know some of you did. If not, add the freaking Snapchat. It takes 2 seconds. It's free. It's free.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Don't leave free money hanging.
Yeah. Don't leave fucking free money hanging. But yeah, if you do want a hoodie, reach out to us, obviously, on Instagram, Snapchat, any way to contact us. We'll get it done. $60, you get everything. Free week of premium, hammer play. You know the deal. But I'm pretty sure that wraps up the pod. You boys done?
Sure.
Love it. Sure. But all right, ladies and gents, thank you guys so much for tuning into the Locks of the Day podcast, episode number 78. Let's sweep this week instead of going 2-1. Sick of the 2-1 shit. Let's go 3-0. But we will see you for Sunday locks as well in a couple of days. So peace.